So packed in here. Unbelievable. It's actually so difficult for us to even capture the number of people that are actually in the studio right now.
Yeah, we'd need like 12 abacuses. We need an abacus of abacuses. That's how many people are here, man.
That's so funny. The abacus of abacuses. All right. Who's going to do it? I don't know. Game 1, NaNiWa looks like a superhuman. Game 2, DRG looks indestructible.
That's right. What will Game 3 look like?
I don't know.
Tasteless wins Game number 3. I'm like,
Tasteless wins, moves on, to become the champion of GSL Code S.
That's right. NaNiWa
and then I
DRG,
retire. I go back to the planet I came from. I actually fade away. You're like, but Tasteless, you try to run and hug me, but your arms go through because I'm a ghost. And I'm like, my work here is done.
Then I grab a vacuum cleaner and suck you up into it. And then I have Tasteless, like vapor Tasteless in a vacuum cleaner.
You put me in a bottle? I'm like, could you at least have gotten me a bigger bottle? Like,
then I build a ship in the bottle.
I'm like, no, I don't like boats. I get seasick in the bottle. All right, guys, let's do this. NaNiWa, DRG, game number 3. The winner moves on to the GSL round of 4. Who's it going to be? I have no clue at this point in time. Let's do this. In the bottom right, he's been showing us a bunch of interesting builds. I'm so curious to see what he's going to do this time from Sweden. He is...
NaNiWa.
You know, I know we joke around a lot and have fun on the show, but in a complete serious note, when I watch NaNiWa's play, I do feel like I'm watching a genius. Like an absolute genius. I feel the same way about DRG, but, you know, it's just with NaNiWa, I feel it in a very unique way.
Yeah, that's actually... Tasteless does feel like that.
Yeah, it does. In the upper right, we have our Zerg player. He managed to come back in that next game with his very stable, solid play. This Zerg player is...
MVP DongRaeGu.
We're getting pretty crazy with those camera shots.
Yeah. But that's actually something Tasteless has said for a long time. That when you watch this
that
play,
a lot privately. Yeah.
Oh my God, NaNiWa with that same build.
Oh, sick.
We'll have to see if he makes that Nexus next.
You see
guys from
lots
France.
of support. Lots of support here for, you know, NaNiWa internationally. You know, it's so Korean dominant at times. It shouldn't be, but that's just the way it is right now. We have a few players that are actually making a pilgrimage out here. To, you know, try to compete with these guys, and NaNiWa is one of them.
Yeah, and he is one of the best, man. He's so good. And the thing is, what's wonderful to see is that, oh, I guess we're on the camera, Tasteless.
I think we're on camera for the Koreans. So you guys can't see us, but we're talking into a camera right now, so I have no idea what's going on in the game.
Yeah, that's right. We got to look good for them, man.
I know, so we have to sit up straight.
Yeah.
But we end up going back down to our nerd backs, where we're hunched over.
Now,
anyways, go on.
But
sorry.
yeah. You know what's wonderful is oftentimes we have these injections of foreign players in. Sometimes they make it in, sometimes they get injected in. It's normally an injection, though. And normally they don't really do that well. You know, they kind of fizzle out, and it's like, well, damn, you know, and like oftentimes it's because the foreigners traveling around too much. You know, they're jet lagged when they're playing and stuff. NaNiWa, though, he's over here, you know, getting top 8s, proving he's actually one of the best in the world, and skipping tournaments so he has enough time to practice and he has enough rest.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's like so unbelievably professional of him to do.
It's so professional. He actually just wants to be the best.
Yeah, and I love it, man, because like going to a lot of tournaments is important and winning is important, but I love to see how he goes about this. And oh my God, this is really cool, Tasteless. Notice how DRG hasn't taken a third this game because of what he's scouted.
Yeah.
NaNiWa is doing a completely different build. Like, it looks the same, but it's not.
Oh, God, he showed the probe.
He's actually getting a really quick forge here. And, I mean, this...
So this means he actually has a variation of the same, or similar opening gateway in the main.
Yeah, yeah. You know, the thing is, if you scout as DRG, you're like, oh, that quick 4-gate is going to come after expand.
But not going to take a third base. Don't want to lose like I did before.
Yeah, he's actually going to tech, though, because he's gotten the quick forge, he's gotten a cannon, and so, I mean, that has to be what that means. So he's actually forced DRG to have a much later third base by making a build look like another build that already killed DRG for taking a quick third base. Awesome to see. I love stuff like that. It's a little adjustment. He planned out the series very well so far. We'll have to see what he does with this, though. I actually have no idea what his plan is, because this might actually even be just a really quick third. Because he doesn't even have a second gas yet. He just is going up to 3 gates. He is chrono boosting a lot.
Oh, sending that StarCraft there. I thought it was going to go into the main for a second. Actually, keeping the probe alive. Now, this is a fake, unless I'm mistaken. Wait, the other Gately's in his base. Can you go back home and check?
Yeah, he made 2 more.
Oh, he made 2 more. Okay.
Yeah, and it looks like he is definitely going to attack, but DRG got speed already, so this attack I don't really see working.
Right, he got the probe. That was the most important part.
Yeah.
The pylon's in kind of a vulnerable position. In fact, I think he might even want to go home. I don't think this is going to work.
Yeah, I think he needs to basically stand where he's standing. In fact, put that stalker in between the 2 zealots. But he's going to try it, man. He doesn't have +1, so these Zerglings are going to actually do kind of all right. And DRG cleans it up pretty easily, but that wasn't that expensive for NaNiWa.
Yeah, this is not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's not like he went out and lost a lot of sentries or something.
The thing that's good for NaNiWa is this was stopped before it got out of control.
Yeah.
It's not like in game number 2, where he built up to 7 gates and then pushed out. And, oh no, you lost that big chunk of your army. So he can transition out of this, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really know this build very well, so we're kind of learning with you guys as we cast this.
Yeah, and in fact, this isn't even the same as the last build. So yeah, we haven't seen it before, but yeah, he's definitely transitioning. He's getting his +1. He went up 3 gases immediately. He's getting a robo, and this tech isn't too slow or anything. This is reasonable speed. And the game is looking like it's actually going to normalize a little bit. As normal as a game with openings like this can become, I guess.
This is a very smart approach here from NaNiWa, is he's putting DRG in a position where he's saying, well, what the hell is this build?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? DRG is not just going through the motions. He's actually, scratching his head and, taking peeks over and saying, oh, God, what does he do next? And that's always the hardest kind of build to fight, is the one that you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Not that DRG doesn't have good instincts and stuff like that, but it's just...
Well, if you just haven't seen it
if you just don't know, experience is everything.
Yeah, it truly is. And in fact, this style would be better against a mechanical player like DRG, and less good against a player that just has some more experience like Nestea. So,
NestEa's DRG's smart, but NestEa's a bit more of a thinker. This will be... Oh, wow.
Oh, he
Can he
does
actually
not
save
want to
this?
cancel that. Oh, he might. I think he will,
I don't know if he has enough force fields.
Oh, my God.
Really nice force fields there.
Perfectly timed out gates as well, and now DRG looks like he's going to lose a lot of Zerglings.
Yeah, he's just not going to let him leave.
Yeah, he's trapped in here now.
He might as well try to bum rush a sentry or something.
Yeah, he's trying to kill whatever he can. There you go. He's going for that sentry, and not quite. Wow.
He's so... NaNiWa is so calculated when it comes to when he throws up the force fields.
Yes.
Yeah, some of these players that just spam it out.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually looked at it and he said, no, the sentry will not die. I didn't need to get a force field to push myself away, for just by a half second of time.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean,
and when you think about that,
he's done for a long time as well.
Think about it. Those Zerglings did not kill a single thing. Not a single thing. Yeah. Well, they got the probe, but other than that...
that doesn't really matter, though.
That's not what we're talking about.
Now... DRG has cleaned up observers. He's taken 4th base and pushing his creep a lot. NaNiWa, in the meantime, is getting some Immortals, continuing his upgrades. No Twilight Council yet, so that is the +1 armor coming up. And we'll have to see what he wants to do off 3 bases. We're going to see very soon. He should be throwing up a Twilight Council regardless, really quite quickly here. And, DRG is getting Ventral Sacks. So he is going to be dropping a little bit, and whether that's some counter drops in the main base or just trying to drop to take care of all the sentries, we'll have to see. And a second forge, a really quick second forge. I like that, Tasteless. He's really gearing up for a longer game.
Note the positioning here of NaNiWa's army, actually. I mean, he's ready for anything that might be thrown at him. He's actually, completely ready.
Yeah.
No, NaNiWa, he's not mining from the gas in his 3rd, right?
The gas at his third. He just got him.
Oh, he just
got him.
Because I saw we had a pan by of there, and I noticed that it wasn't mine, so I was thinking,
yeah. Well, this is, you know what's really cool? I love builds where you actually get double forge at a pretty early time in PvZ. It's really interesting to see. And in fact, wait a minute, DRG is rushing for it now. This is DRG's least favorite map in the pool as far as I know. And there are actually only 3 sentries out.
I don't think he should actually drop until NaNiWa leaves. We see a lot of players do this. I fundamentally disagree with people dropping if the player hasn't left.
Well, he's maxed out. I think this is just
the
time he
he's
wants
maxed
to hit.
out. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
I didn't even notice.
But the army NaNiWa has should be all right against this. He doesn't have a lot of sentries. If he did, this would be much more powerful. But he has a lot of immortals in here, starting to throw up some force fields. He has a lot of stalkers as well. Can NaNiWa hold this off? Because if he holds this off cost efficiently, he's going to get ahead.
Well, all 4 immortals are still alive.
And he ran the probes away quite well. Did lose 1 immortal right there, but still got 3 of them. And now down to 2, but he's
going to hold it. He's going to hold it, no problem. Oh my God, that warp in there to block the retreating roaches.
And I mean, NaNiWa's going to catch up a lot on supply here, Tasteless. DRG's supply is dropping a lot. But how many probes did he kill? He's killed 14 so far.
He's going to go for probes again here. Now would be a good time to force field and block. Oh my God, he's so good.
And once again, sending his probes right back in there, which does, well, actually didn't get any probes that time. So 14 probes were killed. But the army was evened up quite a bit, I would say. You know, he killed off a ton of roaches there. But now there is the fear of drops. So he has to be careful when he moves out.
Yeah, I think we're going to see more and more drops as StarCraft 2 evolves, by the way.
Yes, for sure. I agree with you a billion trillion %. Zerg drops are amazing.
Well, I mean, you know, we saw how much that did in even StarCraft 1. Even faking drops, if you just get Overlord speed, and right when they're leaving, you actually just send in a bunch of Overlords and speed into their base. They're like, like running back there.
And even dropping like tiny amounts of units. You drop 4 roaches in the late game when they're doing all sorts of stuff. Amazing. Okay, so we do such amazing things.
We got a warp prism coming up here, Atosis.
Ooh, I think that's just for reinforcements, man. He's got Archons out, Immortals, a lot of Stalkers.
Well, you know, here's the problem is DRG is absolutely, he's absolutely going to max out first. And, I mean, he could theoretically just drop again, and this time when NaNiWa tries to move out, NaNiWa doesn't know that there's a changeling in his base.
Oh, he doesn't?
Oh yeah, no, it's with the army.
Oh wow, yeah, he sees him moving out. Okay, so but this is really cool because he already has 2/2 on everything. The roaches and zerglings, well, the roaches have +2 and the zerglings have nothing. So this army is vastly superior in upgrades. Now we do have a little roach drop coming on, but really this is what matters. He's even
doing
got
some
charge
damage in the middle of the map here too.
Oh my God!
And these roaches are actually not very impactful right now.
Yeah, dude, he has charge Archons.
Move command.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
Sick fungal right there. Sick fungal once again, holding everything in place. But these are some great upgrades.
I don't think NaNiWa can win this actually. When these spine crawlers finish,
these upgrades are so superior. The Archons and Zealots taking out all the Lings, and these Immortals with 2/2 just crushing through roaches. But there are a lot of spine crawlers here.
Well, he's sitting forward these Zealots, but 2 Immortals and an Archon. I think, considering where the production line is from Zerg, he could just actually move forward. I think NaNiWa's going to have to pull out and take a 4th, excuse me.
Yeah, and you know what? Those roach drops have been continuing, and he's actually killed, well, he only killed 5 probes with them so far, so I guess it's not that impactful as I thought it might be. Now, this is such an interesting style, man. 2/2 and just hitting with like the super powerful units, hard countering roaches and hard countering
And by the way, 3/3 is almost done. It's at the halfway point. So probably before the Zerg next engages, Protoss is going to be fully upgraded. And I just want to double check because, you know, I don't have a computer here. Zerg has just a +1 range attack or melee?
He has +2 range.
Okay.
And he is +1 melee now. And he just got +1 carapace.
Okay, he needs to run from this location. Do not.
Yeah, this is scary. This is the Infested Terran's going to help out quite a bit here. Trying to target down Immortals best he can, and he's going to get them. And that's going to make the roaches, so much better. If there's no Immortals out, that's going to make DRG just feel worlds and worlds better.
Oh my God, so nice with the fungals there.
And it looks like NaNiWa will back up. But DRG right now, he's got his hive out, and he's just producing mass roaches right now against a player that's basically going Charge Law Archon. And that's really the counter to Charge Law Archon, other than, you know, Broodlords.
Yeah. All right. Well, he is. By the Broodlord's going to be going for that too, but. All right, 3-3 just now finishes, but with these infestors, I don't know. I mean, are Zealots going to be useful at all against roaches? Like, no.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to get them to actually connect correctly. And look at that. Just beautiful. Fungals are so good against this unit composition as well.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, NaNiWa's army is really starting to go down. He is making another Immortal, but it was really impressive and good when he had 4 or 5. Now with just 1 out, this is a really hard situation.
Immortals are kind of like, when it comes to siege tanks, if you have to increment them out that entire game. It's not like losing a bunch of Marines where you just remake them, or a bunch of Zealots for that matter.
And, well,
DRG's got to be careful not to overdo it here. But meanwhile, there's another story going on here, guys. That's the DRG's taking the upper left side of the map.
That's right. And not just that, the Greater Spire is about to finish. It looks like NaNiWa is, he doesn't have a whole lot of chances left here. He's invested heavily in his 3-3. He has no stalkers right now. In fact, let's see. Does he have blink? He does not have blink. So as Broodlords pop out, this army composition can't kill Broodlords. It just cannot.
I also love how he's pushing forward with these spine crawlers here. Mm-hmm. He's actually just going to keep NaNiWa stuffed down.
Yeah. This is trying to figure out a way for NaNiWa to come back and win this.
I don't think he can come back, actually, man.
Yeah, he's got the 4th base, but it's like, 7 broods. Like, literally when those 7 broods walk in, and NaNiWa has only units that hit ground
He's
and Archons.
Completely unaware, right?
Completely unaware. Completely.
Oh, he's going to do a Baneling bomb over here in the expansion. Now, okay, now with the Broodlords out, now he can harass this location, the top left location, and the Roaches are going to have to turn around if they want to get there, because Broodlords are not mobile enough.
Yeah. Well, this is starting to come out. See what he has over there.
Nope. Colossus won't help against the Broodlords as well.
Baneling drop is about to occur.
All right, let's see if these probes can get out of here in time.
These are gonna hurt.
He's not watching.
Good job. Kills off a good amount of probes.
Yeah,
so far this game he's killed 32 of them. And here we go. NaNiWa knows he's in trouble. Trying to move forward here. Oh, beautiful fungal. That plus Broodlings is just deadly against Zealots.
Now, he actually is doing a lot of damage to these Broodlords. DRG was not supposed to let him get under there. Wow. DRG let him get under, and all the Broodlords have been picked off. You're
That's
kidding
right.
me. But what about the rest of the Zerg army? I'm sorry, there's one more Broodlord up there we just saw.
He did maybe overextend just slightly, but he's got so much that doesn't even matter. And it looks like, no, probably not. We still don't have blink for Stalkers, so
that's it. GG.
That was an interesting game, man. That was a really cool strategy that NaNiWa pulled out. DRG, if he didn't have all those spines up near his base when NaNiWa hit that timing with 2-2, I think that could have been a NaNiWa victory if he was just relying on units, because that was like a moment where, what's they're going to have? They're going to have some infestors, but it's mostly going to be Ling Roach. And when you have 2-2 Zealots, Archons, and Immortals, you are going to crush Ling Roach.
Well, it's interesting because there was one, it was very subtle, but there was one big mistake that NaNiWa did. He was on the move command. Remember this?
Oh, yeah.
He moved into where those spine crawlers were. A big chunk of the Zealots got bungled. And if there's one thing that Fungal is really good against, it's Zealots.
Especially when Zealots are near spine crawlers, but not near enough to hit them.
Exactly.
I think he was actually on that move command on purpose, to be honest, because of the charge upgrade. I don't think he wanted it to have them start petering out, you know what I mean? When Marauders and Marines run away and then some of them run too far forward. Sometimes you want to use a few move commands, but the fungal growth plus spine crawlers really did him in there because he still did a good job despite that.
Yeah. All right, guys. The map is going to be Ohana, our tiniest map here at the GSL. What is NaNiWa going to do? We've already seen what he does on Whirlwind, the biggest map. Is he going to do this new style he's been showing us? Is DRG going to stay solid, stay unbendable, unbreakable even?
Yeah.
In 2 of these games, basically, here's what we're seeing is if you see, get past with the 10-minute marker and DRG moves out, or NaNiWa moves out on the map, you die.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like if you're against a good Zerg player. You just don't get to leave your base, really. You don't get to play the game.
We've seen DRG force that upon people more than once. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if NaNiWa does that 1-gate expand here. Wouldn't be too surprised. Because this is another map where he can wall in very easily at that ramp above the natural with gates. I would like to see that 4-gate after expand again.
All right, guys, let's do this. NaNiWa fans cheering around the world. Can he bring this to game number 5? Or is this guy, DRG, going to close it out? We're going to find out soon. I'm Tasteless. With me is Zertosis, and this is the GSL Codex.